Ew. Oh my God. I love your skirt. Where did you get it? Vintage. So adorable. Thanks. That is the ugliest effing skirt I've ever seen.
It seems to me like he was just one big mistake.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be about the mean girls of YouTube, because trust me, there is plenty. I have 25 minutes left to spare. I'm not going anywhere, but I'd rather get this over and done with in 25 minutes. I was just watching Mean Girls for like the 20th time because I have nothing better to do in my life. I realized this is a really good movie that I probably won't get bored of, but what I will get bored of is some people's attitude on this list. So I was like, you know what, why don't I talk about the Mean Girls of YouTube? I googled it. Turns out somebody else did it. Shout out to you, Fastweb, for having a good idea just like me. People on this list are people who I've picked out. Some people on this list have been picked out and chosen by you guys. Also, if the lighting changes, it's because I live in London and nothing's permanent. The sun just doesn't want to stay here for longer than 5 seconds. So we can't even get the voting elections right. Turns out we can't even get this right. Also, a special announcement that probably isn't special to some of you guys because you might not care about me and value me like that. I have merchandise out. I will link it down below. That will be the only link down below, so you really can't miss it. I have different prices, different items, different colors available for people because I'm actually inclusive, unlike some people. And buy them for yourself. Treat yourself, because girl, you've been working so much. I mean, some of you guys have not been working at school, let's be honest with you. Treat your friend, treat your boyfriend, treat your next door neighbor who you don't like, treat your ugly stepsister, treat anybody, okay? Yeah, let's get started. Okay, so the first person on this list, I was gonna say in no particular order, but let's just do it. Let's not do an order, actually. I don't have time to think about that much. Nikita Dragon, you had to be on this list. Everybody said Nikita Dragon. I was like, okay, cool. It's good to know that I'm not the only person that thinks this. But then again, I knew I wasn't the only person that thought that, but I just wanted to say it to you guys anyway, so hi. Nikita Dragon is somebody who is very, very, very insecure. For you to bring down other people, specifically women, you think they look ugly because you think you look good in your eyes. Just because you've been hanging out with Kylie 1 or 2 times and you've been kissing her ass doesn't mean anything. I don't even know what she's doing on YouTube. I actually don't. Because once upon a time, I thought she was entertaining, that I would in some way aspire to be like, but then I opened my eyes and I went to Specsavers and I got a new pair of glasses and I realized this is not the behavior and mentality that you want to pick up when watching somebody at all. I don't know why she came out with a beauty line, if I'm being very honest with you, because when you look at Nikita, you look more at her outfits than, I was about to say than her face, but that sounds rude, but you look more at like her outfits than her like makeup. No one checks for her makeup. If you do, then you're probably, I don't know where I was going with that joke. Should have just come out with a fashion collection. People will pay more attention to that and people will actually go up to your pop-up store because they value that more than your purple packaging of makeup. She's just so self-centered, self-conceited, any type of self-something, she's that, okay? She's the type of person that would walk down the hallway, flexing, pussy stunting, doing everything, and she'll be like, ew, you don't look like me, so you can stay at the back of the line. If you don't think Nikita is the Regina George of YouTube, you probably haven't watched her enough. You're a gorgeous woman. I'm not trying to take that away from her. Your attitude. So when she had the whole pop-up thing, right, there was a video on Hollywood Fix that was doing like behind the scenes, and I remember her security was basically guiding her, because that's what your security does. Your security guides you so that no one can like try and like be aggressive or touch you. Not that anybody was trying to be anyways, because fans hardly showed up, so I don't know what she was thinking, but apparently she thought thousands and thousands of people show up, but it was only 100, probably even less than 100, and they probably were shopping for Forever 21, not even her store. The look she gave him, I was just like, oh my god. She's the type of person that values social media than her actual real life, because once social media is dead, everything's gone, you suck. Your personality isn't likable in any way. And I don't think she's only doing this to stay relevant on the internet, no, because she would be tired. There's only so much you can do to stay relevant. Let's move on. The next person on this list, a lot of people mentioned Tila Donald. As of 2019, I feel like she's been keeping to herself. She knows her extensions compared to her weaves. She's just been embracing herself, and I really do appreciate that. I would love to see growth. There are plenty of videos made about Tila Donald being like very unaware of her blackness. A lot of people were saying that Tila Donald acts fake around different cliques, around different people. I was like, rah, I did not deep it that way. I went back to watch a bunch of videos. I was like, okay, I see what you see. I like Tila Donald. I think that, like I said earlier, she's more aware of herself now. She's embracing a lot of things about herself that she probably didn't before, and she's educating and learning, and she's a big girl now. So I think for her, it took a bunch of people bashing her for her to realize that she's gone wrong in a certain place like this. I don't condone bullying. I think for some people it's going to take hundreds or thousands of people to tell you when you're wrong and to really educate you about something that you just were completely ignorant about. But people say that she likes to act different because her main clique, from what I'm aware of, is like Ava, Sierra, Meredith. She acts like herself there, but when she hangs out with other people, she acts like more bougie, more superior. She changes the way she speaks. I'm just thinking, okay, yeah, someone who does that is technically considered fake, because I know someone that used to do that. With me, she was super calm and collected. With a bunch of other people, she'll try and act like she literally ran the world. She thought she was Beyonce, because a lot of people said that Tila Donald is like the follower more than a leader, but I don't see that from her. I feel like she's the life of the party. Like, I feel like she's the type of person who was like, come on, let's get up, have a good time, we came here for a reason. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really get that kind of vibes from you guys, but I do agree to a certain extent. The next person on this list is the Dote Girls. Now, I actually don't think the whole of the Dote Girls are problematic, because I really like Kelsey Simone and Hailie Sani. Out of 30 of them, I probably like 5. A lot of the Dote Girls seem to think that they're more superior just because you get to model in bikinis. We're good. Without us supporting you, you wouldn't be at this level. I feel like a lot of them are not even grateful for their following. A lot of them act very bougie and superior, and then at the same time you try and act relatable. How does that make sense? That's why I don't like the whole relatable trend, and that's why it's died down, because you've realized that you couldn't obtain with it, you couldn't keep up with it. A lot of people said in particular Summer McKeen. Now, I have made a video about Summer McKeen, which a lot of you guys have probably watched, and in case you guys don't follow me on Instagram, which you definitely should, before the whole scandal that happened during Summer, I didn't really get that vibe from Summer. I didn't really get her trying to be like the bitchy stuck up kind of girl. I never got that vibe from her. When the whole thing happened this past summer, I was just like, okay, maybe I need to think differently, because I have to remember, especially the people who have younger demographics, have to remember a lot of them are only putting up an act because they want to please the younger demographic, because they want to obtain this image of perfect. Nobody's perfect, like literally nobody's perfect. I think Harry Styles is perfect, but even at that, is he really perfect though? Yeah, he is. A lot of them are actually faking it. A lot of them curse in every single sentence. A lot of them jewel. A lot of them smoke. A lot of them basically tell you to stop doing the things that they do in their everyday life. I don't think I can have a conversation with a lot of the Dote Girls. Again, I do like some of them. The others, I just feel like they're the bitchy kind of people who would probably take your lunch and take your apple, because they can't be able to go get an apple that's right in front of them. They're that type of people. They'll be like, oh, Keisha, can you pick that up for me? I'll be like, no. God gave you 2 legs for a reason. Use it. Is Dote still a brand? Because I thought we cancelled them. Next person on this list is Jeffree Star. I'm not going to say much about Jeffree Star. You know what you need to know about Jeffree Star. You guys still buy his palettes. I don't know how you guys can watch Jeffree Star before you go to sleep, because all I think about is Voldemort, and I'm trying to have some good night dreams. But anyways, let's move on to the next person. The next person is Gabby Hanna. She had to be on this list. If she wasn't on this list, this wouldn't even be the right video. She screams shady, she screams problematic, she screams chaos. When things don't go her way, she takes it out on other people, and that kind of attitude, it stinks. Literally ranks. If things don't go her way, she's got to ruin it for other people around her. What kind of negative vibe is that? Any long word that I can find in the dictionary is you. She hasn't even apologized for the recent scandal. She doesn't own up to anything unless it's gonna damage her next single that nobody even asked for. When your demographic is people under the age of 18.5, you need to kind of be entertaining, be you, do the content that you're doing, because people like it. When it comes to scandals, for you to be the bigger person, you need to just like be straight up, because you're a grown-ass woman, and be like, okay, yeah, I messed up here, I went wrong here, but like, let me also tell you from my perspective. When people try and come for Gabby people, or just other YouTubers in general, sometimes they could tweak things to benefit them. What you should do to really save your career and save your butt is to be honest, okay? Because you've been clocked, you've been drawn out, time to sit up, be the big girl now. None of those fake tears. Don't be wearing mascara that's not waterproof so that you can cry and have black tears down here. No. The next person on this list was requested by a lot of you guys. People said Des Mercado. When it comes to Des, she's shady. She holds her hands up and said that she's shady. I don't know if I get the Regina George vibe from her, because when I used to watch her high school videos, she just seemed like her. She just seemed like a carefree young girl. So I never really got that kind of vibe from her. And yes, she has said some stuff in which maybe people don't agree with. I just don't really get the Mean Girls vibe from her. Like, I don't. Do you? I just feel like sometimes with her delivery, it could be better maybe. But when she does say things, like I said a million times in my videos, I get where she's coming from, but delivery is very important. Same way, like, you know when Nicki Minaj was going on Queen Radio and just like talking and yapping about people, she had points. But when you're shouting and being very different with your delivery, it can come across as like being the mean bitchy girl. So that's what I think a lot of people see Des as. So delivery is very important, I will say. And let me know down below in the comment section whether you agree with that or whether you disagree. Next person on this list is Tana Mojo. I feel like Tana Mojo as of this year has calmed down. She's been, you know, faking her marriage, apart from the fact that she's photoshopping pictures to make her look like a different human being, a Russian lady. But with Tana, I feel like as a whole, in terms of like her whole scandals, her whole career, yes. But even at that, I don't even get the Regina George vibes. Like, I don't feel like she is the type of person who's like, you can't sit with us. I mean, yes, she has said some racist things. Tanya's apologies will never be good enough. Like, she's a hella entertaining, I will say. She's like one of my problematic faves. But her apologies will never be good enough. Her apologies is always her sitting in a hoodie, has to be black, has to be her merchandise so she can low-key plug her merch without actually saying anything. And then she just has to like have a 50-minute intro talking about God knows what, and then talking about the scandal, and then her literally using long words in the dictionary that nobody even understands, but she uses it in the wrong context anyways. Moving on. The next person on this list is Hailie Moralia. We get it. We understand. We get it. Hailie is somebody who I want to understand what's going on with you. For you to constantly talk about this whole Lena situation, yes, she allegedly faked her death. We heard you the first 5 times. The fact that it's been like 2 or 3 months later and you're still talking about Lena, is that the only way you're staying relevant? Because the fact that you've hardly been posting on YouTube, but the only time we see you being posted is on Messy Mondays. It's when you're talking about Lane on your TikTok account. I feel like when it comes to young girls and young people in general, they shouldn't be handling their own accounts, because some of you guys tweet some really crazy things that you can't even save. Girl, we get it, okay? We were wrong. Allegedly, you were right. You've been telling this all along. We didn't believe you. But then again, when you're involved in a bunch of scandals and it's hardly for anything good, at least see where we're coming from. Hailie's actually been involved in probably the most scandals of this year. Someone needs to take her phone past 6 p.m. I kind of do get the bitchy vibes from her though. Like, I kind of do get the mean girl vibes from Hailie. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fringe. I don't want to stereotype and be like, oh my god, everybody with a fringe is a mean girl. Because honey, I was rocking a fringe a couple months ago and I was far from mean. I don't know what it is about Hailie that I get that's kind of mean. I think it's because she's straight up. I think when people are straight up, sometimes it comes across as them being mean. That's like Des as well. When it's so straight up with everything, it kind of comes across as you just being like, rah, did you not even deep it? Moving on. The next person on this list is Gabby DiMartino. Gabby DiMartino is like the Cinderella of YouTube. She's the type of person to leave her glass slipper there so that her prince, aka Colin, can come and pick it up. Okay, let me stop it. I like Gabby. I do. Gabby DiMartino is hella shady, and I feel like people don't really deep it that way because you're so concerned with, oh my god, when is she gonna make a video about Ariana Grande next? Like, what's her next video gonna be? But we can't let the fact that she's shady slide. Her twin sister, Nikki, said in a video that she's living in someone's shadow, and I immediately knew she was talking about her sister. I feel like with Gabby, she's the type of person who's always had friends. She's always been the popular one out of them. In Nikki's video, she was saying that when Gabby doesn't get her way, she kind of ruins it for other people. That's how she was in high school, and I definitely get that vibe. Not only Gabby, but a lot of people have actually done some really fake sponsorships. And I want to do an upcoming video where I talk about YouTubers who lied about their sponsorships, because I've been reached out to a certain brand. I'm not saying that I'm some sort of Beyonce here on YouTube. Honey, I'm far from that. I'm probably like the... No, I'm not going to say that joke because that's just too far. I want to do a video about like YouTubers who fake their sponsorships, people who lied about the sponsorships, all of that, because there's a lot of things that people don't realize. There's a lot of money being made during sponsorships. Sometimes people get more money through sponsorships more than their actual Google AdSense. I can definitely say I have, and I'm here to tell my story. Okay guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. I have called out the shadiness of YouTube 2019. If you're really happy and proud to be on this list, then girl, let me know down below in the comment section who is the shadiest, most problematic, and the mean girl of YouTube. I want to know. I'll see you guys in my next video.
And B is for the boy who walked down the street, and L is for the